Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Who the fuck is that guy?
I love you. My balls are hot.
And I'm still so many questions about that jiu-jitsu lesson that we just
You're
had.
burning, huh? Yeah, you're burning about that
It's
lesson.
yeah. I don't know. It's frustrating. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mark and I have just completed our second ever Brazilian jiu-jitsu class, training out of the UFC gym at Parramatta, and we've left the session a little bit confused, a little bit what's the word? Baffled.
Baffled's probably
Baffled's a good way to put
baffles
it.
a bit. Look, no hate on the instructor.
No,
He's probably actually really good at what he does.
yeah,
Just too many people.
about 30
But,
people.
but also maybe we kind of entered it thinking that we're going to learn fundamentals, but really it's just rolling for fitness.
yeah.
You're learning the real basics. They don't really have the time to teach you. I mean, he was showing us an umplata, right? which again, like I know submissions. I can't do them. I know them.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, Stefan knows I can do an armbar.
And you know that I can defend well and
Defend well.
put you into a rear naked.
Hey, how's your neck, bro?
How's your neck?
How's your neck, bro?
How's your neck too?
You got cranked.
and you got choked out.
Yeah, joke out.
What do you mean, bro?
He uses his elbow.
I did
Terrible.
not use my elbow.
Yeah, he uses his elbow. You didn't tap me out today.
Yes, I did.
No.
Are you
wanna roll right
serious?
now? Do you want to roll right now?
No, because we're recording a podcast
exactly,
right now.
bro.
Are you serious? I'm
Bitch.
no.
No. Okay.
No,
No,
but-
we're both complete beginners. I mean, I've
Again, it
done
was our
nothing,
second
yeah.
lesson. Yeah, it was our second lesson. It was just I just think I would put this out there to people. I mean, the UFC gym is a great concept because you can do everything there that you want for one price. You pay one price per week. You can do a boxing class. You can do Muay Thai. You can do jiu-jitsu, no gi and gi, and then you can use the weights and whatnot and all the facilities that they have available to them.
It's a great
You know?
idea. Yeah, 100%.
It's a great concept. If you want to, develop Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills from the ground up, take it from us. Probably not the place to go and do it.
Well, my point is, the reason we went back was the Saturday wasn't bad. There was only 4 people there.
That's right.
Including us.
We did our first session on a Saturday, no gi, and there was 4 people in total plus the instructor. Or what do you call the instructor?
Yeah, an instructor.
Coach?
He's not a sensei or anything.
No. And yeah, I mean that was really, really good because I mean it still felt like it was a little bit rushed because we're rolling. He asked us to roll, and when we know nothing. So we basically just tried to roll and get
Also,
that
like,
one submission that we learned on the weekend.
I agree with just rolling. Mainly because I feel like you just got to get used to what you can and can't do. So that's my idea on it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's more so. My biggest issue was learning like an umplata and then letting people who have never done that stuff ever before.
Well, that's right. I turned around and asked him. I said to the instructor, he asked us to roll after he's shown us a umplata, and a triangle choke as well. And I've said to him, this is our first session. It's not that we don't feel confident rolling. It's just we don't know what to do. I mean, we're going to be rolling, and we know two moves. And he just turned around and said, "Well, just step. You can either step back and watch."
Yeah. And the thing is that he's obviously just overwhelmed though by the amount of people there.
Yeah.
Again, but I don't see why you have to teach someone. He's like, here, let's learn something. Just don't do it wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap someone's fucking shoulder up.
Here's an umplata. Don't do it. That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah. Look, they should specify that it's for fitness.
Yeah. That's right.
They should specify that it's for fitness, which is no issue. I'd actually continue doing it.
If it's just fitness.
I'll go back.
Yeah.
First off,
Oh,
even this
100%.
week, I'm going to go back.
100%.
Because look, it's fitness. It's good to get out there and roll a bit.
100%.
I'm going to go back. I wish there were smaller classes. For starters.
I feel like there should be a limit on those classes. Like if you want to go to those classes, they should
you get in early.
chime in and just be like a limit of 10.
Yeah.
I feel like a class of 10 is good.
10 to 15 and first come first serve.
I still think 15 is too much. I think 10 is a good class because you have to
Well,
make
you
it
need,
personal
you need
with the
even
coaches.
You need even numbers.
That's
as
right.
well.
So 15 wouldn't
everyone
work.
to roll.
Yeah.
But also you should be forcing. I mean, I still, like I said before, you learn through defeat. They should make you roll with randoms.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean,
that's a
you
good
explain to
thing
the
too.
dude, hey, bro, I'm not a black belt.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy, like my mate who does jiu-jitsu. He built a mat outside his backyard.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I told you about this. He built a mat and everything in his backyard. And my first 6 times at his house, I just basically got manhandled for fucking an hour, dripping with sweat, bro. But through that, the first time I ever tapped him was an armbar that he
Yeah.
didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he started to get relaxed with what he could do to me.
Yeah.
But then I learned each time he did, I could see
What he was doing.
the small holes in what it would do.
Yeah.
See, that's my thing. I can submit people. I don't know the in between. So if you let me get to the spot to submit you, you're fucked.
Excuse me.
But
I know that you're on top of me. Do you mind if I just hip escape, get around,
Exactly. I got nothing in the sprawl.
put you in a
Zero.
seatbelt?
Yeah. Zero in the sprawl. I can't transition. I don't know any of it. That's where you start though.
That's right.
But I'll say, and you said this before, I think we we're talking about it. I think jiu-jitsu might be my sport though. Like I grew up doing karate and the etc. But I think jiu-jitsu might be the sport mainly because there's so much mind game to it, man. It's so awesome. Like,
I think you said it on the weekend. It's like a physical game of chess.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Watching them, those guys go at it today as well. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you're planning 4 steps ahead of
Yeah.
where you're gonna try and make him go to.
Yeah.
You know, like who were we talking about? Was it Eddie Bravo?
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo is amazing at luring people in. He
Yeah.
gives them, here's my arm, bro.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
basically.
He's got what is Joe Rogan calls them nerd assassins, bro.
Yeah.
They're 10th planet jiu-jitsu.
Legit.
That'd be awesome to have one of you. There probably is.
A 10th planet.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, he's
Can we
got
have a look?
he's got 100 fucking things.
Let's have a
all
look.
around.
10th planet.
There you go, Sydney.
10th
100%
planet,
there is.
Sydney.
Oh. No,
Melbourne,
nothing
Melbourne,
yet.
Melbourne.
Okay. Oh, pack your bags.
Let's do it. Nah.
It will come here
But
eventually.
the one thing that I found was that was so. Oh, hang on. There's a call for a 10th planet in Sydney, especially within the Northern Beaches area. Oh, Open Sparring has just opened up in Sydney CBD. We are a no-gi based gym. Oh, but they're not. Okay, so
I don't want that.
no, it's not.
I want
it's
it.
not-
I
it's
want
not
it to be
10th planet.
blessed by Eddie Bravo.
Yeah. We need.
Hey, is the 10th planet flat?
No.
Adelaide.
No. But
Okay.
But that's in. That's.
Oh, okay. I was gonna.
Oh no, it is.
Salisbury.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yeah. Okay, the 7 people there doing jiu-jitsu.
I know. Yeah, here you
Oh,
go.
that's ridiculous,
In
bro.
Australia, there's one in Tasmania.
Oh my god.
There's one in Hobart, one in Melbourne, one in Adelaide, one in Brisbane.
No
None
joke.
in Sydney.
No joke. If we open one up, like as a franchise, I guarantee you make a profit.
Eddie
A big
Bra-
profit? I don't know.
Eddie Bravo. I know you listen to this podcast.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure you have to be a black belt, but look, we could get a black belt.
Oh,
we did the
I'm sure-
business.
yeah,
we
that's
did the
right.
business side.
Eddie Bravo, again, I know you listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
Hit your boys up.
hit your boys up. Yeah,
But one thing that I want to point out with jiu-jitsu, and again, it was our first lesson on Saturday that's just gone past. I could not stop thinking about jiu-jitsu at all. That whole day and up until our lesson today, I could not stop thinking about wanting to go back and do
that's
another
how
lesson.
it was when I started training with my mate. It's just this urge to learn.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I think you necessarily need to probably already have that inside you to begin.
that's right.
But you need that urge to be like, bro, what the fuck did I get tapped in 30 seconds? Then next time you realize, oh, how long you been rolling for? 1 minute?
Yeah,
And I haven't been tapped yet.
yeah,
So then it's this balance of not just using brute strength, you know?
that's a good thing. It's not just all about brute strength.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
obviously you have to have some level of strength.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I think again a good way to look at it was when I went to go for the armbar on you, right?
Yeah.
Was that I saw what was happening. Volkanovski's face, bro. I saw what was happening, and that's what I love about jiu-jitsu. I mean, same thing with striking though. You see what's the word? Like a play or something, or however you'd say it. That someone keeps doing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor said it against you. Took on that black guy. before Chad with the uppercut. Finish him with the uppercuts.
Oh, that was like that was his first fight. First fight.
Yeah, it's sick, but and he says second round he started to read.
Oh my god! Why am I having a mental blank?
Yeah.
I know why I'm having a mental
Yeah.
blank because it's 9:22 on a Monday evening. I can't believe this. As a Conor McGregor fan, I'm ashamed.
Yeah, you should be.
I know. I am ashamed. That was his first fight. Because his second fight was against Dennis Siva.
Alright, but what I'm saying is that he reads the tell that this guy's doing,
Yeah.
and he keeps throwing the hook, puts his head down.
Yeah.
So Connor slips the hook, throws a fucking clean uppercut, and he finishes him with the uppercut.
Marcus Brimage.
Marcus Brimage.
Marcus Brimage
Them
is
Reds
really
make
good.
me sad.
Yeah, they do.
So he has not fought a lot.
No.
My reason is. Yeah, so he throws those uppercuts. And it's the same thing when it comes to jiu-jitsu. You see an opening and then you wait. You don't just go for it, before analyzing exactly, what position you can take.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, you read the certain transitions and technique that the guys are using on you to maneuver your next move, just like chess.
Yeah, and the thing, it's never over.
That's right.
I mean, tap, tap if you need to tap.
Yeah.
But it's really never over. No, you need to doubt yourself, and that's a good thing about jiu-jitsu as well.
That's right.
But anyway, enough about jiu-jitsu.
Well, enough about our horrible
Our
jiu-jitsu
experience in
career.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Well, we're 2 lessons in.
But we'll be rolling with the Gracies.
We'll keep you updated on our grading.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's one thing I said. I think I said before. Did I say it in the first episode? I don't know. I wanted to
remember.
actually have a constant progression.
Yeah.
As we progress from belt to belt to belt.
Yeah.
And over the years, see where we end up.
But it gets but again, that makes you excited. It makes you excited when you know that there's a goal at the end of every sort of stage of your jiu-jitsu career.
Ultimately, I think as of January 14th next year,
Hmm.
we roll live on Instagram or something.
That'll be awesome.
That'd be sick. So
We'll live stream a rolling sesh.
Yeah, for real.
Out of Gracie.
out of great with Gracie.
Which one? There's only about 14 million of them.
Fuck them all up. Bro.
Oh,
Arm bars all around. TP'd.
no.
TP'd into next week.
TP. We'll get Suman Mokhtarian to come in and TP you.
I'll come in next time with the Stephen Hawking.
Hello, my name is Marcus.
What's he gonna say? He's annoyed. He's dead.
Oh, he listens to this podcast, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, he doesn't. Anyway,
How we insult someone who's brilliant, like a brilliant mind.
I know. It's so much smarter than you and I combined.
in that vegetable state.
Oh, I know.
Completed more than
Just sitting in his chair. Hello, Marcus. I am so much smarter than you. Go fuck yourself.
That's exactly how it goes. Then he fuck my girlfriend.
How?
He's make it work, bro.
These pickup
The
lines.
Cosmos.
Pickup lines. Just hope he doesn't lag.
Glitch.
Just hope he's in Wi-Fi range.
Glitch in the dick, bro.
Oh
let's
shit. So did you see all that stuff about Nate Diaz and Khabib today?
Oh, so good.
I mean, it's good. It's definitely entertaining. For those of you that probably are unaware of the situation, obviously McGregor came out and who was he talking about? He was talking about
Paulie
whinging.
Yeah, Paulie.
But yeah, he was talking about Paulie Malignaggi and Khabib whinging.
Can never say his last
Malignaggi.
name. Malinagi.
Yeah,
I thought
Malignaggi.
it was Maglanigi.
Yeah, so that's for a person that doesn't know the... My last name is Giglio. Every single person, Giglio.
I've known you how many years?
Yeah.
I thought it was Garglugo.
Yeah. Let me pull up the tweet from our mate Conor McGregor, the Notorious. So I'll explain to you. That's me, the Notorious. I'm the Notorious GK, not the Notorious MMA. All right. Now, will this play sound? I don't want to.
Yeah, it will.
No, I don't want that. Okay, so McGregor says, "Let the record show. I like Paulie Malignaggi. Here's a confrontation between us regarding a picture he was upset about. Yes, you heard that right. A picture. I told him here to his face, don't be bitching. Common knowledge I would think for a fighting man. Don't be a bitch bitching. And then he goes on to say, I've just lost where I am. He goes on to say, the same thing I said to Khabib at the end of round 3. My round. Don't be bitching. Every single round bitching to the referee. He was even bitching in the 4th round from mount position. It baffled me. If anyone should be saying anything to the referee, it should have been me in the 1st round. That round he held onto my legs for 4 minutes straight with zero activity. But a fight is a fight. Who gives a fuck? Crying to the referee like a proper bitch. I was trying to dig my fingers into his Adam's apple. Many individuals in the fight business I've learned lately are absolute bitches. I know yous are broke boys, but don't be broke bitches.
That's Conor McGregor through and through.
Well, but do you agree with what he says there?
I don't agree about the fight. I don't know the fucking fight. He was.
Which
from
one?
The
Khabib fight.
Yeah, from what I remember, Khabib was always active.
When
he had his legs pinned up.
McGregor had his legs straight. He wasn't doing anything on top.
What do you mean?
Every single judge every single commentator in the 1st round was like, McGregor's fresh coming out of the 1st round because he's literally sat there against the cage with his legs up. He could have had a picnic. He could have had a sip of proper 12.
Yeah, but I clearly think that he had a game plan.
Oh,
Yeah, he was trying
but
to.
you
I
know
think it's different.
whose game plan?
Khabib's game plan.
Oh, Khabib's game plan every single time is to get him down to the ground, wrestle.
I clearly think that that's what he does best.
Yeah.
I really think that what he was doing was trying to see how far McGregor's takedown defense, his ground game has increased, and that's it. I mean, last week we're talking about boxing, and like you said, I think the first 6 rounds are downloading the opponent's way to fight. That's
right.
all I think Khabib was doing, bro. My big thing is Khabib as a person. I've very much come to be like, he always took this high road. Don't talk about family. Don't talk about this. All he does now is fucking
Talk shit.
He literally has become someone from Western Sydney.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And I liked him before. I followed him. I liked all his posts. So clearly I had his back.
Yeah, you did.
I thought that he was a good example of a fighter who does it for the love of the sport.
But this is my issue with Khabib. He was doing it for the love of the sport. Before the McGregor fight, he was coming out and saying, like you said, I'm doing it for the love of the sport. I don't care about money. I don't care about this. Don't care about that. But then after the fight, it just seems like everything changed completely. He didn't want to fight his next fight. He wanted to get 50 million for his next fight or a rematch against McGregor.
You know who it is? Ali. I think through and through. It's that snitch bitch, bro.
Yeah.
What was that?
What was that?
Trying, bro.
Snitch bitch. Why did you say it like that? Why did you say it like that?
Was that Akon from the Chris D'Elia's Akon? I don't know. I was gonna try to do it. It's too late, bro. It's too late.
Snitch bitch. Why'd you say it so loud?
What was that?
Because I had to say it more manly than you. Because you went snitch bitch.
I'll play that back. Or was it that loud?
Snitch bitch. That's what you said. Anyway. And after that fight, he just changed. He wants 50 million for a rematch, and now he's obviously jumping onto. He's learned how to use social media all of a sudden. And
look, is that last part supposed to be bye?
No, it's supposed to be bitch.
Oh, but he can't say it.
But he didn't write it.
Oh, okay.
Because inshallah. Yeah.
Hey, look, the worst thing I honestly feel is that a lot of his fans. Now, it might be unpopular, thing about it. A lot of his fans literally support him because he's Muslim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about just supporting the person and not necessarily the fighter. And so many are like that.
Yeah.
But the flip side is he seems to be a great person. All that right there. Did you read about what that was?
Yeah. So I sent this to you.
Awesome,
So I wanted to say that now as well. So obviously, there's a whole bunch of on Khabib's. We'll go back to what we're talking about, but on Khabib's Instagram page. So what are you done? Let me bring up because it's all in Russian.
I mean, basically what he's done is he's asked all these different kids what their dreams are.
Yeah.
And then they've sent in their dreams. I didn't double check to see if did he fulfill these dreams or.
Yeah. So not all of them will be fulfilled straight away.
One kid they want cancer.
No, it's not even something to joke about. Anyway, so he wrote on December 30th. He shared a post, and this is all translated from Russian to English. So, everyone has a dream, especially kids. Since I was a kid, I dreamed of becoming a professional sportsman. Thanks to hard work and constant training, I achieved that. In 2019, I want to help kids achieve their dreams. Write me a letter from your kids or your family like this. Write me a letter about your dream or a gift you would like to receive from me. Post it on your Instagram. Use hashtag so I can find your letter. On 7th of January, I would personally read those letters and pick 10 of them. With the support from Reebok Russia, Gorilla Energy, Hikmet Travel. So, obviously, that was last week. He had picked 10 people, and this is what he's picked. And I'll just run through this really quickly. So 1, Mohammed, 14, wants to visit Mecca with his parents. 2, Murad, 7, wants quadrocopter, whatever that is. 3,
It's a drone.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, quadrocopter. Yeah.
Tune in, bro. with
Yeah,
the
sorry,
kids,
man.
bro.
I'm not 7. Elaman wants for his parents to visit Mecca. Ezer, 17, trains MMA, wants to train with Khabib's father for one fight. Rathmir, 6 years old, deaf kid, wants to start training, but it's hard to find trainers for deaf kids. Khabib answered that in spring he opens up a new personal gym in Moscow. And he invites that kid to open it with him, and there would be a group for kids with different disabilities who would train there for free. Kid also wanted a book, and Khabib promised it as well. Sasha, or Alexander, 26, from Kazakhstan, he's not really a kid, does charity for orphanages and says that kids there would benefit greatly from reading his books. Khabib promised those books and personal visit to that orphanage. Ayman, 8 years old, cerebral palsy, wants a better wheelchair. Makar, 7, loves and plays football, asks for a new sports uniform for his team. 9, Kurban, 13 years old, has Duchenne, is that how you say it? Is that Duchenne?
Yeah, Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy, wants some expensive breathing medical item. Apologies, I couldn't find the right translation. 10, Bilal, loves and plays football, wanted to see Barcelona match live. Khabib invited him to watch together a real match and train with them too. I mean, on that side, Khabib's good. Really, really good. I think
but
that's
my point is...
But is he doing that to sort of make up for all the shit that he's done previous to that?
Think. Now, one big thing, McGregor's done a lot behind the scenes, bro. Now, again, just as Khabib's doing, he's focusing on the kids of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of those kids sound like the kids from Dagestan, etc.
Yeah.
Just judging by the names.
Yes.
All the Caucasus, etc. But McGregor as well does a lot of stuff for the kids out in Ireland.
Yeah, he does.
A lot of the
But even in America with Proper 12, percentage of the sales goes to the
around
first.
the world. I think it's around the world. It's around the world.
Yeah, you're right. It is around the world.
Firefighters and paramedics, responders.
First responders. Yeah.
Around the world, the first $1 million or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, Australia needs it. That's for sure.
Well, I hope. Aren't we getting Proper 12 in a couple months?
We are.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna get a bottle of Proper 12 from my Irish mate at work.
When? Is he back?
Couple weeks.
We need some Proper 12, man.
Yeah, no. So I'll organise that for you.
Let's get back on track with the news. I mean, we went a little bit left with the whole Khabib stuff. Obviously,
You really just read all them out, huh?
I did.
That was good.
I did. Anyway,
Passing on the message.
so obviously, McGregor came out with that tweet complaining about Malignaggi and Khabib bitching. Khabib uploaded a GIF of him neck cranking McGregor, saying, "You will live with this shame all your life, bitch." But didn't write bitch, put BI and then ... Hashtag tap machine, hashtag Mac Tapper. Now, McGregor didn't respond. His good friend Nate Diaz responded, saying, "I slapped you in your head and your team didn't do shit. Live with that, you're all pussies." Standard Nate Diaz.
Now Diaz is my favourite out of all of them.
But doesn't fight, man. He doesn't fight.
Because
What
he
does he
doesn't
ask
fight.
for?
He doesn't fight. And I think it's honestly because back in the day, Dana treated them like shit, I feel.
Yeah,
Now,
well, look what's happening
we
with
know
Nick.
both Nick and Nate already made enough money to fuck off into the sunset.
That's right.
I mean, Nate would have made his biggest payday, $1 million something, on the Conor 2 fight.
Nate.
Yeah, he made $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Nick would have made his biggest payday would have come from the
Anderson Silva?
GSP fight.
Oh,
No,
GSP.
GSP.
But let's be on that. They're making a shit ton of money in weed.
Yeah, they are.
And then all that CBD and all that. So
They
they're
are,
making
they are.
enough money. Plus just appearances, man. They're the boys, man. The Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
So The reason I always had that big thing against Nate was because I used to be the biggest Conor McGregor dick rider as well.
Yeah,
but
well,
then,
I still am.
I got off the dick.
I still am.
So, but now you realize the dude's one of the best to do it. Nate Diaz.
Nate, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
did he win that series of The Ultimate Fighter that he was on?
Can't remember, to be honest with you. But he exposed Conor McGregor's weaknesses and
He
finished him.
did. He was the first person to turn around and do that.
Yeah, after getting really basically kind of bodied on his feet, but so.
Well, McGregor at 170 just gassed too quickly, and couldn't. You can't sort of stand, or you can't sort of roll with Nate Diaz because Nate Diaz has all the jiu-jitsu, all of it, if not more than all of it.
Yeah.
You know, so
what was that? Go back a second. That was
happened?
20 hours ago.
what happened?
Nate Diaz messaged to Khabib after brawl in Las Vegas 20 hours ago.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now.
Yeah, there's a video message. That's Nate's face right there.
Let's listen to it live then.
It's gonna play all the ads. Huh? Oh, that's an old one. That's an old video.
That's old.
This is when he slapped him.
That's
well,
old.
They're just re-uploading it for views, and they got it from us.
Yeah, well, they just got one from us. Yeah. So I was just looking at if you won the. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Nate wrote that. Khabib wrote back saying, "You was hiding behind security and ran away, coward. It's clear on the video. We just smashed your team that night, you punk." And then uploaded a video, which is the blurriest video of all time. And then Nate wrote, "Be real. You know what happened. Live with it." Then Khabib wrote back, "What about this?" Now, I want to ask you a question. There's multiple questions around this issue. One, do you think Khabib's running his Twitter?
No,
It can't be.
Ali.
Yeah, I have a feeling Ali's doing it as well.
I feel like Ali's sitting in. Most of the time he's on the toilet or something. And one phone, Nokia, like a burner phone.
Yeah.
Straight, just only other contact.
Al Qaeda.
No, two contacts. Sorry,
Yeah.
Al Qaeda,
Yeah.
CIA.
Yeah.
All right. So he's got just that phone where he's just buzzing off shit left and right.
And then the other one's
phone,
I reckon he's got an iPhone. He's got an iPhone XS Max.
Yeah. It's got crack in there.
Yeah, it's got a crack.
It's got a crack for sure. He's one of those.
And a Khabib phone case that he bought online for $10.
Yeah, and it's just Khabib's neck because he really couldn't give a fuck about the rest of his fighters.
That's true.
and
One of them is fighting this weekend, mind you.
so I kind of feel like he just sits there, he runs this, and he's just erect all the time.
Yes. He just sits there waiting for people to reply back.
He loves his shit. I don't understand why he shares his opinion. You hear he shared his opinion about this.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Now, my second question in this is, why? Why are they doing this? Obviously, Khabib. Why didn't Nate jump in?
Because Nate's Nate. Well, what do you want?
Do you think Nate wants a fight against Khabib?
Yes.
Do you think he deserves a fight against Khabib?
No, not right now. He needs to
I
win
do, he
one
doesn't.
fight.
He needs to
just
come
win
in
one
and fight.
Beat top six.
You know, it'd be a good fight. Him against Al Iaquinta.
Him against any of them. Anyone. Him against anyone.
Yeah. Because I tell you what, and we discussed this off air. I think that Nate gives Khabib the most trouble in that division, besides Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, man. 100%. Both of them have gas tanks for days.
Yep.
The biggest gas tanks. Nate Diaz. Now, I don't know. I haven't looked into. I mean, we know that Tony Ferguson trains under Eddie Bravo.
Yes.
Quite possibly one of the greatest jiu-jitsu artists of all time.
Yep.
And the greatest no-gi jiu-jitsu artist of all time.
Yeah, and the greatest conspiracy theorist of all time.
Greatest conspiracy. Yeah, he does it. He did. Did you listen to Fighting Kid? You said you did, yeah?
Yeah.
How good was Will Sassau's Alex Jones?
And they made the frogs gay.
I had to bring that up, man. It was
So
funny
good.
as shit.
So good.
Hey, I was laughing on the train, bro.
That's
Full
so
out.
funny.
But anyway, yeah, man. We don't know how. I haven't looked. Sorry, myself outside of the UFC.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at any videos of Tony Ferguson rolling.
Yeah.
It's not on my own time. I've seen videos of Nate Diaz tapping motherfuckers out at 15.
Yeah.
You seen that video? He's got that beach blonde hair and he taps out that 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Man, Nate does not fuck around, man.
It doesn't.
And I think if you kind of got rid of that thug mentality that he grew up with, he would be no. If you just got rid of that, he didn't grow up in Stockton, maybe.
Yeah. But if he didn't grow up in Stockton, he wouldn't be the Nate Diaz that we've come to know and love.
Oh yeah,
100%.
maybe the personality, yeah. But I'm talking about the natural skill that he has. Greatest of all time.
It's definitely one of the most well-rounded fighters.
Because you can see the striking.
Yep.
You can see that there's something, there's more than something. Now I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but there's skill in striking, and then his jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. His cardio is ridiculous.
Yep.
Nate's a good motherfucking fighter, man, and I think that's the long and short of it.
Mm-hmm. Far out, but his record's a bit salty, huh?
Yeah, but it's.
I know. You said it last week that everyone looks at the losses as negative, but sometimes they can be looked as
But he's losing decisions. Some decisions I felt like he's only been finished once in his career.
By Josh Thomas.
Once.
Everything else was decision, split decision.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they've gone to distance. Oh no, he got submitted.
That's not
armbar.
Is that finished? But that's not finished. Is
Submission
it?
armbar.
Yeah, but I don't think they count submissions as a finish. Is that finished? Is that what they count as a finish?
Of course.
Okay. I thought it was just striking. I thought that the term finished was just due to strike. Maybe he say due to strikes.
No, but he's been finished twice. He got submitted and he got knocked out.
Yeah. I just think that he never takes it as seriously as these other fighters.
Yeah.
Remember Conor coming into number 2?
Well, see, he won the Ultimate Fighter. That's what he did. He won the Ultimate Fighter. I think what's his UFC record? Where did he start fighting the UFC? So he won his
that fight that Ben Henderson fight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wins.
11 losses.
No, in the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 and 9 in the UFC. Fucking veteran, huh? And he's still so young.
Bro. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think that he's a draw. He's the most. I reckon he will give the most danger to Khabib. I do think he needs to fight one more before he fights Khabib.
Oh yeah, 100%. Top 6, like I say, I think needs to beat one of the top 6.
Yep.
Look, I don't even think it should just be top 6. All I'm saying is that just off Dana's shiny head, Uncle Dana, that's the least Dana will do, because Dana just wants the money as
that's right.
Yeah, as everyone at the top there. So at least just give him the one fight, bro. Just beat a number 8.
I think Nate Diaz versus anybody in the top 5 as a main event draws.
Oh, of course, just for Nate.
But I think you can even put that on a UFC on
Pettis versus Diaz.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can put that in main event of a ESPN Plus.
Gaethje? Wait, no.
Gaethje's low.
Yeah.
Kevin Lee, both coming off losses. Kevin Lee versus Nate Diaz, good fight.
Gaethje's lower.
Yeah. Gaethje's he's at a slippery slope. I'll pull up where he is.
Oh, you mean in the rankings?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were like he's a lower weight class.
Oh no.
Gaethje's to featherweight.
I mean, he'd probably do it just a fight. I just think anybody you put Nate Diaz deserves all the money that the UFC should throw at him, because it's a draw. He is.
So is Nick.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the shit that's happening at the moment with Nick.
Fight each other, bro. Retirement fight.
Oh, and they would too.
You know what they'll do, but they would fight one round and then jump the fence, kill Dana White.
Yeah,
that'd
they
be
would.
sick.
They just start throwing bottles at him. So where is Nate? So Nate's in the top 10. Oh, so
there's
then
Gaethje there, yeah.
So
there
then he
you
can fight. I thought Nate. To be honest with you, I thought Nate was higher than that.
Oh, you can't say high when his last active was 2 years ago.
I think that the toughest matchup for Nate Diaz in that top 5, or that top 10, is Edson Barboza.
No bullshit. I was gonna say the exact same thing. My issue is that the speed Barboza is going to bring to it, but Diaz gets him on the ground, you're done.
Yeah.
End of story.
Which he can definitely do.
End of story.
He can definitely do. Yeah, I think Nate Diaz deserves to fight someone in the top 5.
Yeah.
I personally think Kevin Lee's a good matchup for him. So is Ally Quinta. That's probably the most realistic.
I'm saying.
Tony Ferguson needs to fight Khabib. Those two are out. Conor McGregor needs to just fight. Poirier, Ally Quinta.
I'm seeing McGregor
Versus
Poirier,
2.
Ally Quinta versus Nate Diaz,
Yeah.
and Edson Barboza versus Kevin Lee.
No, they've already fought.
When?
It's Stanky League.
Yeah, that's so true. I
Stanky
completely
League.
forgot.
So then Kevin Lee would fight Gaethje, but Gaethje's
Yeah.
coming off 2 losses.
Bro, Gaethje versus Barboza. They would have to call it off. I don't want to see someone die, bro.
That is definitely what will happen there.
a spinning heel kick, but he doesn't go down, so he just throws another one, and then just throws another one.
And it just doesn't stop. I'm hurting now just by...
Just
I feel that.
You hear like a click in his neck, and all the vertebrae just shatter. But it doesn't go down. You know, he just stays up.
Oh, and just that noise, that...
And he just starts speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
Bro. So he's basically dying. That would be so weird. He just dies in front of everyone.
That's not nice.
What is this?
That's not nice. I don't know. Danger in Dagestan. The potential threats facing UFC champ Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's TLDR.
Karim Zed is with potential fight to UFC lightweight, including those from Islamic militants.
You know why?
He's got money now.
Ali. We need to dedicate an episode just for Ali Abdelaziz because there is so much to that whole story.
That's so true, yeah.
There's so much to that whole story. I'm not going to get into it now because it's just not. It's not fair on our listeners.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right, let's continue on. We've had some cancellations in this upcoming fight, the Brooklyn fight.
Yeah, so the fights that are coming up this weekend. Obviously, we've got UFC Fight Night. Cejudo versus Dillashaw. There has been some cancellations. By cancellations, I mean fighters have dropped out. John Lineker and Ion Cutelaba have both been withdrawn from the card. Now, I believe that Cutelaba has been replaced with...
no one as of yet, it says right there.
No, he has. Because I saw it just before. He's just been replaced... I think his name's Henderson. Yeah, his name's Henderson. That fight's obviously against Glover Teixeira. Far out. I hate dead air.
Yeah, you know that's I think the whole dead air shit. It's so hard when you're looking at news that I'm personally invested in, because now I'm searching. I'm looking at it as well, trying to find an answer.
Because it definitely I definitely saw it just before.
I think you looked at a different thing, man. There's a different fight. Get back to Bloody Elbow there, and double check that. I think you looked at a replacement for a different fight. There's 2 fights got cancelled.
There's 3 fights that got cancelled.
Yeah, so I think you saw a different replacement. So
then, Randy Brown's fight has been pulled as well, and that's frustrating. So I think Randy Brown was... Who was he fighting? Randy Brown was fighting. I know he still wants to fight. He came out and tweeted saying that he that wasn't up to him that the fight got cancelled, but he's obviously looking to have it replaced. I hate when fights get cancelled and they don't replace it for that other fighter, because just imagine being in that fight for 12 weeks, 13 weeks, for however long your fight camp is, and all of a sudden you're 1 week out.
Well, yeah, but I think that you get paid a small stipend if it's not your fault.
Just to cover your
training camp. I don't think they give you the exact amount,
so.
But you get something.
I hope so. For the sake of the fighters, I hope so.
Yeah.
Robertson. Is it Robertson? Robertson. He's being replaced by.
Are you sure? Because I think it would be up on this front page. You know? I think it definitely up there. There's 3 fights, so maybe someone's been replaced by Robinson.
Anyway, I'm not gonna waste anyone else's time
more
further than what I've done. But 3 fights have been cancelled so far. I did read that they are being replaced. Now, I don't want to give away names and whatnot because I obviously don't know what they are. So we'll just leave it at that. Do you want to dive into the card now?
I was going to say, let's start from the bottom and move up.
I mean, I'm more than happy to skim through some of these fights, and we'll go deeper into the main attraction, so to speak. Now,
Yeah, no, of course. But like I've always said, I think they all deserve a mention. They're up there fighting for entertainment.
100%.
Started with Hardy versus Crowder.
Well, I don't think that should be positioned there. I think that's positioned as the co-main.
It is positioned as co-main.
I believe so.
Hardy has a draw as a co-main.
I believe so. And everyone's extremely pissed that he's been put as a co-main
Look,
event.
Rachel Ostovich has already said that she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but is that her saying that, or is that Dana White telling her to say that?
She's her own person, man.
She is, but she also works for the UFC.
No, I don't think it's Dana White saying that. I don't think he would. There's too much social media backlash, bro. Me Too, done. Yeah, Uncle Dana was on Me Too, then it would be done.
Well, he's a Trump supporter to begin with, so.
Ooh, you just call Trump a sexual deviant?
I
Is
don't
that what
know.
you're trying to insinuate?
All you need to do is Google search Donald Trump, and that'll answer you. I'm not into politics. So I'm not going to dive into
All I'm
that.
gonna say is MAGA. All right, make Australia great again.
Oh,
Thank
you. Good old Clive Palmer.
Yeah, want to build a Jurassic
Well,
Park?
I'm gonna make it. The worst ads in history.
He's building another Titanic.
Why?
So if we do have any American listeners, you're not the only one with fucking spastic senators.
Yeah, correct.
We have an mining magnate, bro. Magnate. He's a billionaire.
Clive Palmer. Now,
Clive Palmy, bro.
Clive Palmer,
Palmy.
Clive Chicken Parmigiana.
Because that's what he eats all the time.
He had 7 a day. So he owned an A-League club called Gold Coast something. I can't remember what they're called because they were finished.
Mm-hmm.
So he fucked up the license, so that they lost the license, and he went into bankruptcy
Yeah,
because of the club. The club folded
because of him.
because of him.
Yeah, well, he folded a whole mine. It was not the first time. So he's building
Titanic.
He's building the Titanic too.
Why? Why?
He also wants to build, but I'm interested in this one.
Yeah.
He wants to build a real Jurassic Park. I'm in, but
Why? But why?
I mean, which one?
Both.
Okay.
Why
okay,
Jurassic
look,
Park?
Look,
Why?
all right.
Why?
Titanic,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. That's basically how. Now you can't see what I'm doing.
Now, what Mark's doing is when he says Titanic, his index finger is pointing to the ground, indicating that he has a flaccid penis.
Yep.
When he says Jurassic Park, the penis, the index finger points to the sky,
Yep. The phallus.
signaling that it's erect.
It's a positive. Yeah.
Now,
So
why? But why Jurassic Park? What's he gonna put in it?
he's gonna. They're trying to do dinosaurs, real dinosaurs.
Real dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're trying to mass produce real dinosaurs.
Not mass produced, couple at a time.
So is he really trying to? I think this is how we're gonna sum him up. He's trying to get Donald Trump, and then he's also trying to get Elon Musk. Put it together. Clive Palmer.
Literally, but because he's a giant human being.
Yeah.
And he loves palmies, bro. But anyway, fucking hell, I'm talking about that. I just thought it was interesting. So we got the Hardy Crowder fight.
But that's co-main slot. That's
It
co-main
shouldn't be
event
there
slot.
at all. But we'll move on. So then we got Brown versus.
So that fight's been cancelled.
That's the
Yeah,
cancellation.
Brown versus Rencontre.
Rencounter, yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Muhammad versus Neil.
Muhammad versus Neil. Bermudez versus Edwards. Now that's Dennis Bermudez.
Yeah.
That is, isn't it? Dennis Bermudez. That's in the early premium.
If you looked at that guy Muhammad and someone said, "Hey man, what do you think his name is?"
Bilal. And it is.
Ali Alba. That's Ali, bro.
His name's Bilal. Bilal Muhammad versus Jeff
Oh,
Neal.
what are you pushing?
I'm being serious, bro. His name's
Okay,
Bilal
for
Muhammad.
those who don't understand the joke, is every second
Muhammad.
Arabic, guy in the area is his name Bilal. It's a very common name though.
It is. It is. Last name and first name, or
Yeah, but
first and last name together. Muhammad.
He's
Muhammad.
got an Arabic first name, last name, like
Yeah.
white people who are Jack Smith.
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, like what? I can't think of one right now.
Like
You
two
know,
first
right?
names?
Two first names.
Oh, fucking Daniel Craig.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Don't trust him.
First name, last name. Get your shit together.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Do not
So your
do
whole
it.
family.
Just cancel
Get
it.
your, change it to Muhammad.
Change your first name to Muhammad and your last name Abdelaziz.
Anyway, moving forward.
So yeah, Dennis Bermudez taking on T. Edwards. That's the early prelims. In the preliminary card, the prelims, the main prelims, you've got John Lineker. That fight's been cancelled. Alonzo Menefield, versus Vinicius Moreira.
You think that's a CI, like a noise?
Vinicius?
Yeah, like a Roman.
Could be.
Yeah,
It's a nice name. I do like it.
I do like it. If you see how I pronounce it.
An exciting fight in the flyweight division for the women's. Joanne Calderwood against Ariane Lipski.
Yeah.
Now, the main attraction. Now, I mean, we'll start delving into the fights here. So we've got Alexander Hernandez, who in the lightweight division is ranked 11th. He's 10-1, taking on Donald Cerrone. Now, Donald Cerrone finds himself always coming up on a quick turnaround time, and
Well, he
fighting
suffered no
people.
damage. He's suffered no damage in his last fight.
Yeah, he did. He did suffer no damage in the last fight, but he has suffered damage in his 45 fights that he's previously had.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he always finds a way to. I mean, Donald Cerrone Cowboy will do Cowboy. He always fights on quick turnarounds, and he always fights people that, I mean, he doesn't know, and the majority of us as UFC fans don't really know much of it either.
He's a gatekeeper.
Why does he want to do that? I mean, this is his first fight back down in lightweight. Obviously, he's come out saying that he wants that. He wants one last run for the title at lightweight. Obviously, there was rumors that he was going to fight McGregor, and that didn't.
Not yet.
Didn't happen. But I think he needs to win. He needs to beat Alexander. Excuse me. He needs to beat Alexander Hernandez to even have a chance at getting a fight against McGregor.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you think McGregor? How do you think Cerrone will do, dropping down a weight division?
I mean, what can't he do? But the dude's in phenomenal. What? But it's too late. Listen. I work hard, alright? I do a physical job.
Me too.
I want everyone to know I do a physical job.
Why is Mark crying?
I do a physical job. My dog's basically got Down syndrome. It's hard to deal with. Okay? I did jiu-jitsu that wasn't too great today, to be honest. I'm struggling with my words right now, okay? I should be asleep. It's 10 p.m. I should be asleep. Anyway, phenomenal. He's a great fighter.
He is.
Okay, so he does what he does, and he does it well. And that's probably the end of it. That was his last finish was incredible. So yeah,
Against Mike Perry,
Mike
definitely.
Perry.
Yeah, definitely.
Platinum Mike
And
Perry.
that was probably, of recent time, that was Cerrone's toughest fight. Mentally and physically. I mean, Mike Perry's fucking jacked to the gills. Mike Perry's move to Jackson Wink obviously caused a lot of controversy with Cerrone no longer training out of that fight camp. And the whole back and forth with Winklejohn and Cerrone that didn't need to happen, and then the finish came the way that the finish did. So for me personally, I really hope that obviously Alexander Hernandez wants to get the win over somebody like Donald Cerrone. Donald Cerrone losing this fight, does it hurt his brand? No. Does it hurt his chances at going for a title? Yes.
That's about it. Yeah.
But people will always tune in to watch Cowboy Cerrone fight.
I don't actually agree that he's on the preliminary card. I don't understand. He just headlined the fight.
But the reason why they're doing that is it's the first fight on ESPN Plus.
Yep.
So they want to get as many viewers on the prelims as possible.
I get it, but there's a respect element to it as well.
I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck.
I think he does. I think all fighters would. You
You
told
know,
me now
well,
you
you got Dennis Bermudez headlining the early prelims.
16-9, but
Yeah, but it's Dennis Bermudez.
yeah, that's true. OSP. Yeah, one day doing
232.
One
That's
day
right.
doing
Fighting John Jones, the next join the early prelims.
he just got finished.
That's it. I think that's a different circumstance though, because this is clearly a financial thing with ESPN.
No,
they
I get
want to
it,
stack
I
the
get it,
card.
I
They
get
want
it,
to
I get it.
spread them out as much as possible.
But you know, there's always from the dawn of time, Stefan. There's always been a place of honor for fighters.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. But that's not in the business game.
In the Roman days, it was the right wing
Correct.
of the army,
Correct.
and for these guys, it'd be the main card.
Just think, you're gonna have Hardy ahead of Donald Cerrone in the card.
That's my problem.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. But they're doing it for the cash and the viewership on ESPN. That's the only reason why they're doing
Who's
it.
Crowder?
Sorry?
Who Crowder?
Crowder.
The fighter who's fighting Hardy.
Uh,
I myself am unaware.
of Crowder.
Yeah, I'm unaware.
Probably-
That's no
he's
shot
probably
to
not-
him at all. I'm
Probably
just
not in the
unaware.
top 15. His name's Alan
Then
Crowder.
how are you a co-main event?
He doesn't deserve it. It doesn't make sense.
Tell me right now, would it not be more of a draw to see like a vanguard, like an old school guy of that division, the
Yeah.
heavyweight division, to be fighting him? Imagine Mark Hunt.
That
Oh
fight-
god, that'd be so sick to see Mark
It would
Hunt
be. It would be so
the one
sick.
to put him out because Mark Hunt's going to do the walkaway.
That's
So
right.
then you got the class in
Because
that
Greg
step.
Hardy has nothing else other than boxing.
Yeah.
Alan Crowder's 9-3 and 9-3-0-1.
And he might be an amazing fighter. My bad. I'm unaware.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to discredit him because we don't know enough about
It's
him.
a fucking just a hole in my knowledge.
Alan
That's
Pretty
it.
Boy Crowder.
What? Pretty boy.
Alan Pretty Boy Crowder.
Do they allow?
Crowder.
I have a question. Do they allow crossover nicknames? Everyone shared the same nickname.
There's many.
Really?
Yeah.
Such
There's
as
many.
examples.
What's
I
his
think
name?
I heard Pretty
Nick,
Boy before.
Nick Newell.
Yeah.
Nick Newell. You know Nick Newell?
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, he's the fighter that only fights with one hand. His nickname is the Notorious.
He has one hand. There are plenty more that he could have come up with.
And his name is the Notorious. Yep. Just think about how many the greats there are. You know, obviously we've got Volkanovski, but there is probably 10 of them in the UFC.
It works for him because it's Alexander, but whatever.
Why did
shit,
it
he
bring...
beat
No,
Mark Hunt,
he didn't. That's Justin Willis. Why
Oh.
did Justin Willis come up when I searched for Alan Crowder?
He
Explain.
faced Alan Crowder right there. Willis then faced Alan Crowder at UFC 218. So click in there. Doesn't have
I
a
beat
wiki.
him by knockout.
Doesn't have a wiki page
Don't have a
yet.
Wikipedia page. So he fought on the Holloway Aldo card
Yeah. Okay. Well, look
in
again.
the early prelims.
Yeah. Oh my god. You go
It was
from
the
that,
opening
you go
card
from
on the
fight-
early
yeah,
prelims
from Fight Pass to a co-main event.
on the first ever ESPN
That's
Plus.
so unfair to all
It
those
is.
fighters
It
that are
is.
in there, man.
I
That's
agree.
fucking annoying. Can you go to the rankings real quick and just look at light heavyweight? Heavyweights. Just there, scroll down.
Heavyweight. There you go.
My god, man, how many people deserve to be up there, bro? Bring back Bam Bam to put him out.
Bam Bam Tuivasa could put Greg Hardy out. But see, any of these fighters are more of a draw. I mean, Greg Hardy against Overeem. He doesn't deserve it, but he does deserve getting knocked
You
the fuck out.
shouldn't be anywhere near over him.
But against Stefan Struve,
Alexander Volkov, bro, come back after that big knockout from Derek Lewis.
Volkov won't take that fight. I mean, it's easy money for him because he'll knock him the fuck out, but he won't take that fight.
Yeah, well,
Against Greg Hardy.
Clearly, they don't really have a choice, but fucking clearly. I don't know, man. I don't want to drone on about it. We'll move on.
It's a
but
fucking-
it's
yeah, but
a
it's a
disgrace.
disgrace.
That's a fucking disgrace. It hasn't clicked with me until now that we're looking at it right there.
Yeah.
That is the co-main event. Beyond all the bullshit with the woman beating, right? Again, we're not the Joe Rogan podcast. We're not going to go into the depths of it.
No.
Do people deserve a second chance? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's confirmed.
Depending
that
on
he
the
did it?
situation. No, it's not confirmed.
Well, then, first off, we should probably stop saying it as clearly as they, as a lot of people do.
Hmm.
Well, actually, I don't think we've said it, but some people very much straight away call him out for it if it hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah,
Because, innocent to proven guilty.
100%.
Regardless of all that shit, push all that shit to the side. Why the fuck is a 3-0 and what is it, a 9-3?
9-3.
Now. Again, I shouldn't be bringing up the record because Taito Ivasa did 8-0 and headlined against Junior Dos Anjos.
But he did it the proper way, though.
Did it the proper way with being a draw.
The only other exception to the
In
rule,
Australia.
the only other exception of the rule to that is CM Punk.
He's a draw, but
Yeah.
I said regardless of the record. He's a draw though.
Okay. Yeah.
So regardless of the record, he's a draw. CM Punk.
But in that defense, Greg Hardy is a draw because everyone wants to tune in for him to get knocked the fuck out.
I disagree. I disagree with that 100%. I think they've typed in Greg Hardy or they've got it in their fucking little search algorithm. So it's showing them more that they think he's... Go look through... Me and you were both tapped in pretty much into the general MMA news.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing.
with Greg Hardy. Well, the only news that we see is
just after the Rachel Ostovich stuff, and
yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
It's not like he was already pulling shit.
yeah,
I mean, the people who are screaming are generally again, if you did something wrong, you did something wrong. But they're generally like the like feminists screaming.
yeah.
So there's that. They're always loud as fucking shit. So
They are. But who do you see, regardless of where it's positioned on the card? Alex Hernandez versus Donald Cerrone. Who do you have?
fucking Ender's young, man. Young as shit. He looks young.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. He definitely is young. 10-1. Who did he lose to?
I mean, this is Cerrone's second. Is this his second fight out of his own place?
What do you mean?
Away from Winklevoss? Cerrone.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Winklejohn. Yeah.
So Winklejohn.
Jackson Winklejohn. Yeah. This is his
He did well.
second
He
fight.
will, but pieced
did.
thing. So who's he beaten here?
So he's only had 2 fights in the UFC. So he beat Dariush. He knocked out Dariush, and he had a decision win against Olivier Aubin Mercier, and that was in July. So he hasn't fought since July. This is Alex Hernandez.
He hasn't been finished yet either.
He's
He's got a nice couple KOs and 2 submissions back to back. Re-naked.
Yeah.
2 re-nakeds in a row.
And he's lost his last fight. He's lost his fight. His last fight he lost in 2013 by split decision to Jamal Emmers. So I mean, it looks like he's got a decent ground game.
This guy deserves more of a co-main event than this fight should be co-main
fight,
event.
Yeah, but if you're gonna put anything on ESPN Plus, in the prelims to main event, the prelims should be that Greg
This or
Hardy.
Benavidez, the Benavidez fight. I rate Joe Benavidez.
So who do you have in this fight?
I'm just gonna go Cowboy. He looked so good coming out against Platinum Mike Perry.
You gotta back Cowboy, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'm backing Cowboy via
I'm
decision.
Going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Safe bet decision. I think also submission.
It could be a submission on the cards.
Yeah, I'm seeing a submission.
I agree. All right, let's move to the main card now. The opening fight on the main card: Glover Teixeira versus Kyle Robinson. What did I tell you?
Okay.
Kyle Robinson. So that Glover Teixeira fight has been replaced. Kyle Robinson has stepped in on short notice, exactly a week.
He's a veteran as well, Glover.
He is a veteran. He obviously his last fight was his last fight against that loss, that knockout to
Can't remember.
Gustafsson?
He got knocked out by
Gustafsson.
Oh, yep.
Was that his last fight?
He finished him with that sick fucking combo.
Yeah, it was like uppercut,
Yeah.
and then straight.
He had nothing left. He threw a big hit. He slipped it and just finished him up.
Was that his last fight? Has he
Yeah.
had that much time off?
Well, he got fucking pieced apart, man. You'd think he'd take some time off.
No, he
Corey-
lost. He lost to Corey Anderson.
Decision, yeah.
He lost the decision to Corey Anderson in July last year. They only fought once last year. And he lost. So this is a fight that Teixeira, I mean, he's 39. He is long in the tooth. I don't know. I question why somebody like that still fights. I mean, as a fighter, you sort of think to yourself that you want to continue fighting because you want to be a champion again.
Your body would tell you, as they all say. I think I've read that multiple times.
And I think that should have been that should have probably been. He should have made that decision after he got knocked out by. I mean, he still went 5 rounds though.
That's what I'm saying. So I think the body's still there.
And then he came back against Kirkunov and knocked him out in the first round. So, again, it's an interesting fight. Obviously, Kyle Robinson coming in on short notice. I think that Teixeira gets it done.
The shortest notice, bro.
I think, it's not the shortest notice.
What's the shortest one yet?
Oh. Will it be
Oh, no, my bad, bro. I'm fucking...
the Khabib one? Ally Quinta.
For some reason, like, bro, it's Saturday right now. I was just about to say before, he's fighting tomorrow. Maybe I'm dying right now. Like,
Potentially. So I'm going Glover Teixeira via knockout in the first round.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's still got the knockout. Granted, the knockout power.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, it's hard. Huh? You don't want to write off these veterans, man. Like Arlovsky.
Yeah.
You never want to write him off.
No, but he's kind of written himself off. You know what I mean?
And his body is the one that's giving up on him. His nose
That's right.
left his face. He's trying
That's
to
right.
leave his face.
That's right.
Taking that right walk right off his face. Anyway, let's move on to
Who do you pick?
Glover. Sorry.
Via
decision.
decision. All right. The women's flyweight, Paige Van Zandt against Rachel Ostovich. Mark, stop smiling. I mean, Rachel Ostovich 4-4. Paige Van Zandt, did she move up? I think she moved up to flyweight from strawweight. I'm pretty sure she moved up a weight
too
class.
sure.
I'm
Double check that.
I'm almost certain she moved up. She moved up weight.
Can I just say, beyond the financial benefit of being the angel that she is, really, Paige Van Zandt here,
Yeah.
it must be. Yeah. Look, it looks like she has.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she's did she have one fight at strawweight? Oh no, she had one fight at her flyweight debut. She lost.
Yeah, to
By
good old
decision.
fucking the Aussie.
Yeah, Jessica Rose Clark.
She's a good fighter, man. That girl.
She is.
But she beat that other Aussie, Beck Rawlings,
Yeah.
with one of my favorite switch kicks of all time.
Yep.
Sent her right into bare knuckle brawling.
Yes.
Anyway, I was gonna say it must be so shit to just. I mean, I guess I don't know how she looks at it. To always have that hanging over her head, something that she don't get to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Rachel Ostovich. It must be such a shit. Actually, it's a shit go for all the chicks. None of the guys ever get. And I don't want to get all fucking lefty here and yada yada yada. But none of the guys get promoted because of their looks. It helps. It helps them get more popular.
Because
McGregor's a good looking dude.
Yeah, but because
Granted, McGregor probably blend into a normal.
but
crowd,
in a majority men environment, I'm a bit different because I reckon I'm about 3% homosexual.
yeah.
I enjoy a good looking male.
Well, that's just
bodied
being,
up
that,
male.
that's being confident in your sexuality, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome to being confident in your body. I don't know. I get it. I'm just
I
saying
agree
it
with
helps.
you, though.
It helps
I
to
do
get
agree
there.
with you, though.
John Jones, good looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Except when he looks like Aladdin.
Yep.
So he looks like the genie.
The genie,
Will
the Will
Smith's
Smith genie.
The genie. But you know what I mean? It must be such a shit thing to always be questioned.
Yeah.
As to how many times do you think she got that question? Why are you doing this? You're too pretty for fighting.
Probably every day.
She clearly loves fighting.
Yeah.
She's come back after losses and continues to fight.
After that, I think after you can already see her fighting, I think that question just needs to be completely.
It's just
Put away in the bin.
and obviously the overall community is not great with the women already.
No.
She got constant messages.
No, you have to respect. That's right. And I think she was on Brendan Sharp's Below the Belt podcast, and she came out and she said that she gets absolutely her and her husband
Yeah, 100. And look,
or fiance.
I will fucking say right now, I'll make all the jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes are jokes. And that's
100%.
that's where it ends really. There's no
100%.
need to send her a fucking message
No.
saying. Just
Not at
talk
all.
amongst the boys, man. Fuck.
well, yeah.
People crossing
Yeah,
lines
yeah.
these days. But anyway, I'm going to go with Paige Van Zandt. I'm going to
Yeah.
go Paige Van Zandt by TKO.
Yep.
TKO to
I'm-
strikes.
I'm with you on that as well. I think PVZ via TKO.
Yeah, that's what I'm going there. I don't see Rachel coming back. Does Rachel actually have a shattered orbital, or was that just news?
Well,
Because that was all the first news.
her orbit. Well, I think she did, but I think it wasn't too shattered. I mean, it was
Okay.
shattered, but not too shattered.
I'll target the shit out of that orbital, man.
Oh, I think I think she'd already known that.
Switch kick right to the orbital, man.
Yep, and then onto the ground dead. Then you've got Joseph Benavidez versus Dustin Ortiz. Now Benavidez and Ortiz are both standbys for that main event. I believe Benavidez is the first pick and Dustin Ortiz is the second pick. But this fight will definitely have ramification for that flyweight division if it still exists after this main event. Flyweights, you're looking at Benavidez is ranked 2 and Ortiz is ranked 8th. So you got 2 versus 8 in the flyweight rankings.
That's a good. That's how you move a division.
That's right. I mean, Ortiz wins this, jumps up to the top 5. I mean, I think Benavidez will lose his title fight. But it's interesting because I mentioned it last week. Cejudo has lost to Benavidez. So it'll be interesting to see if Benavidez does jump up into that main event if, for whatever reason, Dillashaw doesn't make weight. to see how they match up now against the shredded and ripped Henry Cejudo. I've got Benavidez via decision in this one.
So you don't look like that before the DJ fight as well, though. So
He
I'll
did.
point that out.
He
So
did.
that's just Cejudo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dillashaw showing his guns though, tiny guns.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. But he's cutting weight, man. Watch him swell back up.
I mean, I copped. I'll dive in. I'll dive into it when we talk about that main event.
Yeah. Well, the Joseph Benavidez fight, Dustin
got?
Ortiz. I'm gonna go Joseph Benavidez.
Benavidez via.
I don't know, man. You're not seeing too many knockouts, huh? I'm not expecting a knockout.
These aren't fighters besides that co-main and Paige Van Zandt. You're not seeing many people, and the Teixeira. You're not seeing many people that knock out.
You know what? I'm going to go decision. Why? Because
That's
I
what
feel
I
like
said.
both of them, especially Benavidez, wants to stay in as best of shape as possible. Is going
For
to
a
take
quick turnaround.
quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Go for the belt.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. You got in the lightweight division, Gregor Gillespie against Yancy Medeiros. For this one,
Shit, 12-0.
Gregor Gillespie is very similar to Darren Till in the sense that nobody really knows him. He's 12-0. I believe he fights out of the UK. He does. Gregor Gillespie. I'm sorry, I am completely 100% wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Gregor the Gift
they
Gillespie.
fought for the independence, Stefan.
Yes.
From the Brits, mate.
Yes, I
Could you be any more insulting?
I could be, but I'm not. Gonna, be.
Here
so,
we go.
So I mean, he's had 5 fights in the UFC. Looks like he's just signed a new deal with the UFC. He's had 2 performances of the nights and 1 fight of the night. So, I'm surprised that not many people are talking about him as much. For this one, I am gonna go with Gillespie via. He can do it all, can he? I'm gonna go
Yeah, so far he's doing it all.
Gillespie via TKO because
You're riding off Yancy?
Well, Yancy Medeiros, very, very submission based. Yancy Medeiros, I think.
Man.
And Gregor, I think Gregor's just going to be a little bit too well rounded. I think.
We haven't seen Gregor take on some of these high level. I mean, look at these.
You know, Medeiros' last fight, he lost to Donald Cerrone
TK.
in February of last year. He has beaten the other Cowboy via TKO.
Has Cowboy the most fight night headlines of all time?
He's got the most fights.
Yeah, no,
Period.
the most winningest, as they say. But is that a stat? I know we don't only look at it right now, but
We're gonna have to hit up our good friend, what's his name on Instagram? Fight Stats. What's it called?
fight stat, the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the
Who are you talking about? Numbers guy?
Yeah.
Numbers MMA.
Numbers MMA is what his name.
Hey man, respond to our message on
Yeah,
Instagram.
Please respond to us.
Yeah,
Please.
dick.
Please.
Oh, did he finish him? Oh, first round. Fuck, I thought that was the fucking 3rd round or 5th round.
Which?
Oh, they finished him fucking 2 seconds to go.
Yeah, in the
Any
Cerrone fight. Yeah.
Burning anymore, man? Fuck.
Yeah. Yep. I
Like-
mean that's very similar to
Like OSP getting knocked out in the last second.
Or-
Zombie.
Korean Zombie. Yeah. What about Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva?
When was that one? What was that knockout?
Chael Sonnen was absolutely dominating that fight for the title.
Yeah.
5th round, Anderson Silva puts him in a triangle choke.
Oh, yeah.
You know that triangle choke that we were practicing this
Yeah,
evening?
yeah.
Yeah. He puts him in that with like 10 seconds to go. All he had to do was not tap. Big tap. Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going with, I think I've already said who I'm going with. I'm going with Gregor Gillespie, 12-0. Perfect
I'm
record.
going Yancy.
Ooh, how?
Submission.
By submission. Perfect. All right. Greg Hardy versus Alan Crowder. I think we've probably beaten this horse.
Yeah, just skip
to a bloody
the
pulp.
cunt. Skip
Well,
that
who do
one
you
to
think?
the-
What's your prediction?
Nah, I don't care.
Okay. I think the UFC want Greg Hardy to win. But I hope and pray to the our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that Alan Crowder knocks the absolute women beating fuck out of Greg Hardy.
Hey,
Alleged women
Look,
beating.
man, I don't know.
I'm not getting into it.
I'm not getting into it. I don't care about that shit. I do, but not about his specific case. it just shouldn't be there.
No,
That's what I want to talk about.
That's right. All right.
Shouldn't be Conor McGregor.
Main event: Henry Cejudo, the flyweight champion, against TJ Dillashaw, the bantamweight champion. I copped a lot of flack. I copped a lot of flack on social media, on Facebook, to the post that we put out about the news that 9 days out, Dillashaw had 13 pounds still to cut. Now, all that I was stating was that he had 13 pounds to cut in 9 days, right? Which is normal for a professional UFC fighter like TJ Dillashaw is, right? But I copped a lot of hate for even stating that he was cutting that much weight.
First off, you copped hate from dick riders.
Yeah, from Dillashaw fans,
and
definitely.
recent dick riders.
Yeah. Now look, if anyone was to come out before the Khabib fight and start talking shit about McGregor, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd defend them till I die, right? But it is concerning because the only point that I made to anybody on social media was that Dillashaw already looked like a skeleton. He already looked like he was about 4% body fat. At what point does your body start shutting down its organs? When you're already that skinny and that shredded.
I just think honestly,
this looks like
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying honestly, it's hard to go off the eyes. It's just
100%. It's all an illusion. 100%.
How does Yoel Romero look?
I mean, he always looks like
365 days of the year.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
And this is another thing. Another point that I made as well. If anybody's gonna do this type of cut, Dillashaw is the type of person to do it. Now, in saying that as well, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. In saying that as well, now we're all talking about Dillashaw. We're all talking about his weight cut. Henry Cejudo has missed weight twice.
Yeah.
Henry Cejudo cuts more weight than Dillashaw does.
And now he's got the pressure. He's got the pressure of a double champ. He's got the pressure of the fucking...
He won't be a double champ.
No, of the fight itself. It's a big fucking thing. It's a big event.
It is a big event,
I say, I don't give a fuck about him, but... it's the fact that Dillashaw's coming for him.
Yeah.
They just said, who's his coach again?
Who?
TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, bang.
My
God.
He just released a statement. I'm blanking out as well.
Oh, his name is Bang. Starts with a D. Dwayne Ludwig.
He's saying TJ is his greatest pupil.
Yeah, I saw that too.
The greatest, the most well-rounded fighter of all time. Do I agree? Maybe next to, I mean, he's
John Jones.
First off, he's on there. He's standing on the podium. They're basically like starting to push each other. 100%. I think how you kind of look at it is TJ just about to get pushed off.
Yep.
But the people that are up there are Demetrius Johnson, John Jones, and Anderson Silva.
100%.
Now we need to see Stylebender see how his ground game evolves.
Well, he needs to beat Anderson Silva first and foremost.
Yeah, I don't know that fight. That's a whole nother fight that they talk about. I don't even know why he's back.
Yeah.
43.
I agree.
Leg break, roids. Anyway, so TJ Dillashaw, he's there, but he's on that podium jostling for like a permanent spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Right now though, right this instant, other than John, because DJ's gone.
Yeah.
So now his position there is very much nearly cemented as one of the most well-rounded fighters of all time.
I agree
from
100%.
the start.
I agree 100%.
And he had that before. His loss is due to his own mistakes.
Yep.
We saw incredible fight out of him against the Cody Garbrandt. Man, I watched 2 again. That overhand right 3 times in a row.
Couldn't be more clean.
3 times in a row, man.
Couldn't be more clean.
How do you... He slipped 3 punches and returned 3 huge hits.
One thing that I think that Cody didn't change up in his game plan against Dillashaw was the fact that I think he gets a little bit overly eager. He gets overly excited, and when he engages in a bit of a brawl, he drops his hands. Garbrandt drops his hands and just swings. That's why you can't do that against somebody like TJ, who's so calculated with his timing. Not only that, his angles. I have never seen anybody...
His footwork.
His footwork and his angles and the way that he sets up his shots is... I've never seen anybody else in the UFC do it like that.
Yeah, but let's forget, he fights Cody on Cody's fucking... his level.
Yeah.
Bro, Dillashaw could take him to the ground.
Yeah, he could.
He doesn't, but he on purpose he fights Dillashaw.
Correct.
Sorry, he fights Cody. He fought Cody where Cody wanted to be in the pocket against one of Cody's probably maybe the fastest striker One of the fastest
Yeah,
strikers
he is.
ever to
Definitely
do
is.
it again.
Definitely is.
He stayed there in the pocket. He got clipped. Stayed there in the pocket and finished him.
Yep.
Twice.
Twice.
So, man, my big thing is the cardio that Dillashaw might suffer coming back off when he drains himself off that weight cut.
Seeing his training camp, seeing the way the work that he's been putting in, he seems like he's on a whole nother level in terms of his
again. I'm
everything.
just saying, I think he'll hit weight. My point is how healthy he'll be after that weight cut. I think you're right to question the health of him and whether he holds that cardio. Where he holds the strength.
My only issue with that is I just hope that we're not going to see a depleted TJ.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I say he meets the weight, no issue.
Yep. I
He
agree.
gets there. Are we seeing TJ at this weight at his best? I don't think so.
I agree.
I think bantamweight, he's looking swole. He's looking well. He's looking healthy.
Yep.
He looks real shredded at bantamweight.
Yeah.
So
Flyweight, he looks really sucked down. But
Yeah.
with Cejudo, Cejudo has that that karate stance, that karate style, and very similar to McGregor's stance and Wonderboy Thompson's stance and Lyoto Machida's stance, where it's very karate style, bouncing back and forth. But the issue that I see here is if Cejudo does that against Dillashaw, one of the issues that Cejudo had against DJ was piecing apart his lead leg. He was saying it on Joe Rogan's podcast, and you could visually see in that first round, it literally shut off his foot. His foot stopped working for a whole minute in that fight. His foot just stopped working completely.
Yeah.
So if he does that against TJ is just going to go, thank you very much. Let me just munch your legs.
But you just got to watch them takedowns and pinning him down.
And
Cejudo's going to come in heavier than him.
Chael Sonnen said this best. Cejudo is the best wrestler in the UFC roster. TJ Dillashaw is the best MMA wrestler in this UFC roster.
Yeah.
So if Cejudo takes TJ down, I think TJ has enough ground game in terms of his jiu-jitsu.
I'm seeing him pop back up. I'm just going to see if Cejudo is going to pin him and drain him.
Cejudo looks very strong.
Yeah.
At a weight class that he's the champion of. Against somebody that's coming down for the first time at that weight class.
I just want to say one thing: DJ didn't lose.
I agree as well. I don't think DJ lost.
didn't lose. Draw.
Yep. Minimum draw. That second round was the one that sort of tipped it.
Yeah.
And that takedown at the end of round 5 probably did it as well.
Yeah, I think draw.
In the judges.
But hey, it's done. It's done. Our boy's over in
one championship.
I hope the support follows him. I'ma follow him.
I think the support will follow.
I fucking hope so.
One championship when they've got, DJ, they've got Sage, and now they've got Alvarez.
I think Sage is not as big of a draw as people like. He just looks good.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, who do you got? So who do you got?
I'm gonna go with double champ TJ Dillashaw via second round TKO.
Oh man, I'm not saying a second round.
Don't forget, Cejudo got knocked the fuck out by Demetrius Johnson in the first round. In their first fight.
That's so true. You know what? Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you there. Okay, I'm thinking second, third. I don't think Cejudo's going to run into this too over the top in the first round. He's going to, like you say, download TJ's fighting style.
Yeah.
What's TJ going to do? Change up that fighting style on every fucking strike. Every second, third punch that comes through.
Yep.
Orthodox southpaw. Then he's coming out from the fucking left. It's ridiculous. Like you said, his angles and his strikes, ridiculous.
Absolute ridiculous.
Just ridiculous.
That's it, guys. UFC Fight Night. The very first Fight Night on ESPN Plus. Now, for us in Australia, we can it will be streamed if you have Foxtel. You can watch it on ESPN on Foxtel. Otherwise, you can just stream it on you can watch it on your Fight Pass. Otherwise, you can head down to your local pub. The best place to watch a mixed martial arts fight with any company, especially the UFC, is at the Star. I hope that I'm really interested to see how ESPN are gonna hold compared to Fox, how they're gonna hold the fight card, the layouts, the commentators, the whole production piece around it. I'm very excited.
We've got to give him a bit of time, but
Yeah,
to
of
adjust
course.
and things. So
Of course.
yeah, it's a good fight card, man.
I'm excited. I'm excited to break it down, the results and watch it on the weekend.
We'll do.
Let's get some sleep, bro. I mean, not together, but
I've been asleep the last 20 minutes just talking. That was me just sleep talking.
I almost put you to sleep at jiu-jitsu just before.
Oh, you know when you did when you nearly put me to sleep reading out all of those little kids' letters.
I was trying to make
Okay, look. I don't want to be a dickhead. I didn't want to say it at the time because I get it. The good shit needs to be called out.
100%.
Now,
Do you think everybody cares?
Now, when we spoke about doing a podcast, Stefan, I said, hey, man, let's talk about the UFC. Stefan says, I'm going to flip that right on his head and read 100 letters from deaf kids wanting to fight in the UFC.
Oh, and take their parents to Mecca.
Now, I don't know where Stefan got the idea that I gave a fuck. Okay? No, I'm joking. It's good. The good shit does need to get highlighted way more, man. For every bus event, for every dolly through a bus window, there should be 10 fucking
10
positives.
kids.
So,
For every one bus event, there should be 10 kids getting rewarded.
where's that kid's wheelchair for the bus? Look, no, it's true, but it's like again, same thing with John Jones. For every
Yep.
drug thing, needs to be all the good that all these other fighters are doing.
Correct.
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 You reckon Rachel Ostovich doing any? Maybe they should do some donations to.
I think for Greg Hardy to get into the good books, I think he needs to donate, a portion of his, if he wins a fight of the night, a performance of the night.
He should give
He should give a
keep the
portion,
bonus, keep the
just
bonus
just to do right. If I was his manager, if I was his PR, I'd turn around and tell him, you know what would be good for you and your brand.
I think
donate some money.
but I think people would be like,
True.
I think if Rachel Ostovich wins, that should be like, I'm donating 25% of my purse to.
But also Hermes bag.
Her what?
Hermes bag.
What's Hermes?
Hermes.
Hermes.
Oh, bro. Hermes is a luxury fucking designer bag. Hermes.
Hermes. Sorry,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not gay. Okay, but it's 2019. You can do you.
Do you know how much a Hermes bag costs?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
bro.
true.
Do I care about those kids and do I care about this Hermes bag? I don't. Anyway, guys, I'm done.
We're out. It's done. 10:34 p.m. on the 14th of January. We're gonna go to sleep again, not together, separate beds.
2019.
We look forward to speaking to you about this fight card next week, and that's it.
That's it. Yellow
We're
bye.
done.
Stefan, pause it, bro.